So let me break this down. The names of the party leaders are not actually on the ballot paper. I get to vote for who I want to be my local member of parliament, or MP.
What does that have to do with who becomes prime minister? Because in the States, we vote directly for the person we want to be president. We vote for our local representatives, our congressmen, our senators, in a totally different election.
Well, here we do things differently, and we are the home of modern democracy. We've been doing this for more than 700 years, sort of.
Sure, because you did such a good job designing the system in the first place. Makes me think of no taxation without representation. We had to go to war with you to get our say.
Okay, back to the subject. There are 650 MPs. We vote for them using a system called first past the post. All that means is that you need the most votes out of all the candidates.
Sure, we do that in the States as well. Whichever presidential candidate gets the most votes in a state takes that state. What's all the talk about the prime minister needing a majority, though?
So that's the next step. So to form a stable government, the parties want to get a majority of the seats. That's at least 326 out of the total 650 seats in Parliament. It's not enough just to get more than the others.
That's just like in the U.S., where one party has to get 270 out of the 538 electoral votes on election night. But what if one party fails to get enough MPs to form a government?
That's what's called a hung parliament, and that's what happened in 2010. The Conservatives and the Liberal Democrats had to pool together their MPs in a coalition to hit that magic 326 mark. And this time it looks as if the major parties will win even fewer seats, and that's when it gets really exciting.
Exciting?
Yes, exciting. The main parties will scramble around to make a deal with one or maybe two or even three other parties, just so that they can form a stable government.
And why can't the biggest party just go it alone without a majority?
Well, they could try, but remember that laws are passed by majority vote, so without enough MPs, governing could get really difficult. Some people say a minority government couldn't last long, and we'd end up having another election in less than a year after this one.
That is to be avoided.